I was busy raising a child and working in a school system, and 2 years had gone by and I hadn't had a mammogram and didn't know it until a regular doctor's appointment was coming and someone rang and left a voicemail and said, "You haven't had one for 2 years, would you like to come for one before your doctor's appointment?"
We had the ability to start pulling reports of patients that were actually overdue for services that were coming in. Some are scheduled in the future, others are not scheduled at all. And looking for resources in the clinics to be able to start calling down those lists. And so that's how Amy started to do that in her role as a mammography technician. Whenever there is some downtime, we ask that she is calling patients.
I would not have had it on my radar to call and make an appointment if that person hadn't left me a message and said, "You don't have one, would you like to come?"
I had never done any marketing calls like this, so to start this campaign was a little daunting. We got a lot of rejection. A lot of people said no, we had a lot of people that just didn't answer, some hung up on us.
Initially it can be a little disheartening for those that are working down those lists and spending hours and hours doing that. In fact, the yield from it was initially about 5% of patients actually would schedule the service that they were overdue for.
I was the tech that was working the day she came in. Got her into the room, went over her history, and I remember Stephanie because she said it was serendipitous that she had gotten the phone call because she felt a lump in her breast. And at that time we had to stop the exam. I couldn't continue because we only do screening here, so no symptoms of any kind. Because she had a symptom, then we got her scheduled for a diagnostic over at our main campus department. So then she went on from there. And that's when they found her cancer.
I didn't think ever that someone was going to say, "Hey Stephanie, you have cancer." I feel very blessed that someone called and made the appointment, and then I had the follow-up biopsy and the diagnosis all within 1 week. And it was because it was so early that it was small and non-invasive, which meant that my treatment was going to be very simple. I was going to need only 33 treatments of radiation versus radiation in addition to chemotherapy.
I think in a supportive role you very seldom get to take advantage of some of the wins, and I would call this a win in that we're able to reach out to those people and maybe make a difference when they otherwise might not have come in, and we maybe can catch something, or we can keep them healthy and well to avoid potentially bad consequences later.
It takes a team to address and close those gaps in care.
It's a home, it's a medical home, and it's a way to let them know that the relationship matters and that they matter. These are people, they're not paper. These phone calls are people.
We got her in, we did our job. That's what we're here for. We're here to take the best care of our patients that we can, and if we can get them in the doors, we can do that. And we got her here, and we took care of her.
Nice job, well done.
I'm so glad we could do something for you. I've looked for you. I've asked several people to find you.
It took a little bit to find out who made the call, and I recognized your name. I remembered you just from when you came in, because it was serendipitous. You said that
yes,
we had called you.
It was serendipitous.
I'm glad we could help you. If you hadn't done that, what would have happened?
It made me very much feel like someone was watching out for me. It's nice to know that someone went to work that day with the sole purpose of making sure that I was healthy.
It's important from a system-wide standpoint because Ascension Health and Care Excellence in particular has always set high bars in terms of what are outcomes related to the persons that we take care of. Our goal in the 3 months of the continuous performance improvement was to increase mammography screening by 20%, and we did it, which was a great opportunity for us to say, hey, this is possible, and why not go further and be able to reach as many women who are eligible as possible. So engaging in initiatives like this, like mammography screening or improving the care of diabetes, for example, for our population. It provides a baseline to be able to say we care about our persons, we want to ensure high quality care, we're going to use evidence-based medicine to be able to do that, and do it at the most effective way possible, and ensure that the providers that are helping to guide and direct this care as part of a team are also satisfied and returning to the joy of practice again.
I've been told by many that I am sickeningly optimistic, but I like to think that our doctors will continue to be well trained. I would like to think that the people who I've had on my side thus far at the hospital and in my personal life will continue to be there, and that I have nothing but good things to look forward to.